So, how does pretending you're an athlete help you to perform more powerfully in meetings? Well, I'm glad you asked. The thing about athletes is they prepare vast amounts of time in getting ready for their performance. They train their physical bodies and they consider their minds as well and how they can prepare them for the big event. And one of the ways that they do this is by visualizing how they want to perform on the day. A study was conducted of a team of weightlifters, and they divided the study group into three. The first group trained physically as they usually would. The second group didn't go near a weight for the duration of the study. Instead, they visualized what the perfect lift would look and feel like. They broke it down into micro steps and they imagined things like what the audience would be doing, what they might be wearing, what would they be seeing in the room, and how would they be feeling as they executed that perfect lift. They visualized with as much detail as possible, engaging their emotions and all of their senses. And then the third group, they did a combination. They trained physically as they normally would, and they allocated time to visualizing and experiencing the emotions of that perfect lift. Well, the results, probably no surprises. The group that boosted their performance the most was the group that trained and visualized. But what was really surprising was the group that experienced the second greatest gains was the group that visualized and didn't train physically at all. So, how can we relate this same experience of visualizing to our communication practice? And it does relate to our communication practice because whether we're lifting weights or speaking up in meetings, when we visualize with details, engaging our emotions and our senses, we actually build muscle memory. And that muscle memory kicks in when we're actually performing and helps us to be calm, confident, and present in the moment. I use this technique myself, and in my work as a volunteer TEDx speaker coach, I always encourage my speakers to start early by practicing visualizing how they want to show up on the day, and it always helps their performance and their confidence as well. So let's get practical. Think about the next meeting that you've got booked in your calendar. How would you like to show up at that meeting? And I want you to start to imagine in as much detail as you can what that meeting's going to look like. Who's going to be in the room? Is it virtual or physical? If you were in that space, what would you be noticing? What might you see as you look around? What might the sounds be? Are people chatting as they wait for the meeting to start? And what else might be going on? Are you drinking water or that perfect cup of coffee? Imagine how that feels, how that tastes. How would you like to feel in that meeting? Imagine yourself smiling, connecting, engaging with other people, just feeling calm, confident, and present. And then finally, imagine yourself speaking up, communicating articulately, asking questions that contribute to opening the discussion up, and responding calmly and concisely and thoughtfully to questions that are asked of you. And just spend a few minutes every day engaging in that visualization experience, remembering to create as many details, as many of your senses, and the emotions that you want to experience in the moment. And just like those weightlifters, you'll be building muscle memory as well. Come back